Welcome out to the Tyus Bowser Show with Pressbox and 105.7 The Fan. We are live at Mother's Peninsula Grille in Arnold. I am Glenn Clark. She is the NFL chick, Syreeta Hubbard. It's a heck of a drive down here, but happy to be here with everybody. Great crowd. Tonight's show is brought to you by Maryland Vascular Specialists. Their team of surgeons is Maryland's leaders in ethical arterial procedures, and by the Ginsu Kamado Grill. Reserve your Ginsu Kamado Grill, the perfect ceramic tailgate or home grill for searing, grilling, baking, and smoking all kinds of food. Get $100 off your pre-order by using the promo code TAILGATES. You guys, of course, are not here for me, maybe for Rita, but more likely for the host of our show. Would you please make some noise for the man himself, Mr. Tyus Bowser?
Here, man.
Good to see you, buddy.
Appreciate you, man. Good to see you, too.
We got to, look, we're going to introduce your guest in a second, but can we just deal with it?
We seem to always have to deal with it.
Can we just rip the Band-Aid off?
Every time.
Can we just
How many times have we done this after a long?
Oh, wait, what are you guys talking about? I meant Black Panther. Did you see it?
Oh,
we can talk about Black Panther. I prefer that.
yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
I did see it. I actually did see
Good.
it.
I
told
did
you I
too.
would.
Good news. I did too. How'd you feel?
I felt good. I felt good about it. I thought it was a good movie. I felt like, I don't know. It was just different.
It's heavy, man.
It is heavy. It's very heavy. And just the storyline and how just everything went with Chadwick, with the passing of him, I felt like they had to kind of readjust things like that. So, but for the most part, I thought it was good. I thought they did a good job on it.
Obviously, we're not going to do spoilers, but I thought it was crazy that they made Lil Baby the new Black Panther. Like, that was nuts, man. I couldn't believe
Did you just, what?
It's a joke. I made it.
Hey, he almost had me too. I was like, little baby. I said, what?
So did either of you cry? Did either of you? Oh,
Did I cry? No, I ain't.
oh, you ain't have to say it like that. You didn't cry too.
What part are you crying on?
I teared up at the beginning, the middle, and then the tear did fall out at the end.
The mid-credit scene, y'all, we won't ruin it, but the mid-credit scene, which really to me is almost the biggest scene of the movie, right?
The beginning? That's the
the last.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's
right?
when the tear came out.
Yeah, that's
All
pretty.
right, at this point, y'all we just got to end it that. We get it. Y'all not telling the movie and nobody's listening. Let's get next.
All I can say, it was a good movie, man.
No, it was a great movie. You tripping. It wasn't good. It was great.
All right. Whatever you say, man.
You
Whatever you
don't
say.
watch movies like that.
Well,
Okay, we should probably introduce
I
you.
was going to do that too, man.
Yeah,
The voice that you're hearing right now is my guy out of Utah, University of Utah.
Sir.
Our newest addition from the New Orleans Saints, man. This guy's been a baller since he stepped on the field. Love this guy, man. Marcus Williams.
There you go. Marcus Williams, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus, were you like in a hurry to go see Black Panther when it came out? Were you?
I seen it first day.
Yeah.
I was there. All the people in there watching the movie. First of all, it was loud. They were loud, and I couldn't even watch it. There's a guy behind me like, "Bring the Avengers!" Like, bro, this is Black Panther. Bro, relax, just chill out. But nah, I was in a rush to see it. I see movies opening night every single time. So,
Is that a regular thing? Like you go like any movie, or is it just like?
I'm a big Marvel fan.
Okay.
So anytime that comes out, I'm gonna go see it opening night.
So like when the new Ant-Man movie comes out,
I'm seeing opening night.
Yeah, exactly right. Like I feel like we are like you have to be able to. This is the thing we were talking about last time. You got to be able to talk about it with everybody. Everybody else is gonna go see it. You got to be able to talk about it and know what you're talking about, right?
Right. But a lot of people don't even go see it until weeks after, and you can't. And then there's people who spoil it, and then you're like, so you got to stay off of the Instagrams, Twitters, because somebody gonna spoil it.
I mean, even when I seen the movie, a few weeks ago, I mean, it was still hard to even get tickets because they were all getting sold out. So it was still a lot of people who haven't seen it. So I mean, it's still fairly, in a way, new.
You just took too long to go. I sat right in between. I went by myself, sat right in between some people.
So what about if you want to bring somebody else with you and all they have is one?
Fast. You got to get in. Say pre-order tickets. That's what
right.
you got to do.
Fandango. You just got to go through one of those mobile apps. You got to go through the app. Order it.
That's too much. I just want to
You
go.
want to see them online, don't you?
I want to look up Black Panther on my phone. Look at all of the different theaters that you can go to. Click a time.
You don't want to see
Get
the
your
movie that
ticket
bad.
and be good.
If you don't want to see it that bad,
We
it's
had
okay.
this conversation. We
Just
had
wait
this.
till everybody go see it, then you go. Then you already saw
I
it.
just don't want to have to deal with the stuff that you was dealing with
You saw
people
it on
talking
Twitter.
and all this.
It's okay.
Stuff.
They still gonna talk when you go.
All right.
I think you
When you
deserve
wait.
it at some point. If you wait a few weeks, you deserve to have things spoiled for you. You didn't try hard.
Exactly.
That's the way I feel. You didn't try hard enough to see
Nah,
the movie.
you
You
still
didn't
can't
really
spoil
care.
it. You just gotta let it ride for like a good 3 weeks.
But I think I do a good job not having to deal with people outside spoiling it because I don't really be on social media too much to be
Good.
like, oh shoot, I seen something about Black Panther. And if I do, I just cut it off.
Yeah.
So really I'm not even losing anything. I'm not missing out on anything till I actually watch it.
Yeah, that's not bad. You just can't talk about it with anybody. Hey, did you see the Black Panther? Oh man,
See, I'm good with that though. I'm good
I
with
can't
that.
even talk to somebody talking about it. You know, little do we know,
Hey,
Spider-Man.
that's all you got to do is this. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, it's not that easy, bro. It is not that easy.
Maybe for you, but for me it is.
All right, so now we got to talk about the other thing. Now we got to do that.
I don't even want to talk about it. I want to talk about the fact that every time, and minus one time that we've done this show, it has been after a loss. I want to talk. I want to have some good. I want to have good energy.
I want to have some good
Well,
energy.
you just brought bad energy by saying that. God dang, can we move past it? It was last week. Like, let's talk about this week.
I'm just saying. I want us to come in and be like, so that was such a great game, and it was awesome, and but we just.
You smiling today. That's all that matters.
You're right.
And we in a good mood right now. I'm in a good mood. You know what I'm saying?
All right, tell me two things. Every time one of these games happens, the word is we got to go back and watch the film, right? We hear that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm wanting to know, what do you see when you guys go back and watch that maybe teaches you something about what happened that you didn't already know? Or are you more like, yo, I didn't really need to watch that again. I knew exactly what happened. I knew exactly what went wrong.
I think just as professionals, when we look back at film, we all know those plays, those moments where maybe if I would have done something different, they'll maybe define the game or that situation. And we'll always go through film. We'll look at the little detail stuff where if we was in this place or we ran to this or if we made this move or we had this different play to where things are maybe have a different outcome than what it is. So, I mean, you go back and you look at film and it's like, man, if I could have done better, we could have done this, it's just part of that situation when, you come after a loss and you're looking back and you're like, man, there's still things that we have to work on and we got to improve that in order to be successful moving forward. So,
You know what makes this? You know what will make this better? When this guy comes back.
That'll help.
That'll definitely help big time. That'll definitely help big time. But
Absolutely.
But we gonna be good regardless with the guys. We just have that depth, you know what I'm saying? With Chuck back there, with Gino back there. We have all the tools needed. We know what we need to do. It's just all about executing and making the plays that comes to us. But when this guy get on the field, man, it's gonna help us out even more. So looking forward to having him back.
Appreciate it.
Let's cover a couple of things from this game. It's Tyus Bowser Show, Press Box and 105.7 The Fan. Did Trevor Lawrence say something about your mom? Because I thought you had murdered that man.
Nah.
What'd y'all think of Tyus Bowser's strip sack at Trevor Lawrence on Sunday?
I ain't gonna lie though, that night before, I was really I'm gonna give me a sack.
I said something about it on Twitter. You and I, the last show, before we started, I just said something like that had to feel good. And you said, yeah, but I gotta get a sack.
Yeah.
I have to get a sack.
Yeah, I think it was already 2 games in. I was getting my feet wet and I was trying to figure things out. And I think I was just at that time now where I was like, I need to make a play, especially looking at that game. I just felt like one play will really define the game. And I thought that if I can make that play and when that situation come up, that it'll happen. I thought it would be me getting a sack or strip sack, interception, whatever it is. I felt like that game I was gonna make a play, and it did.
What does it feel like when you hit someone that hard? Because, like, dude, we could feel that through the TV.
It felt good. It felt good. I mean, especially when it's a quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. You know, when you see somebody, you could just tee off on them and not go to jail for it. I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat that, honestly.
That one was one that you probably should have gone to jail for, bro.
I probably should have, but hey, man.
Marcus over here got the shivers. Like, that's how it feels. Like, it feels good when you do something like that.
It is, man. It is. I love it. I love it.
I mean, that's cool, man. It was a very cool. Obviously, it would have been better if it,
Yeah.
I understand. Like, I understand you can only enjoy it so much when it goes a certain way, but it was still a really cool moment.
I appreciate it, man.
We got to talk last year after the Detroit game. I want to ask both of you this. When you see Justin Tucker walking out to try a 67-yard field goal, like, what is going through your mind in that moment? Like, what do you think is about to happen? Like, just take me through the entire, Marcus, I'll start with you. Like, you weren't part of it last year. Like, you didn't get to see what Tyus got to see in Detroit a year ago, but you know Justin Tucker.
Right.
When you see that, what's going through your mind?
Me personally, I mean, I talked to him. I just told him, like, whenever I see you out here, I think it's going in no matter what. I mean, I said, if you were kicking an 80-yard field goal, I think it's going in. So no matter what, I got ultimate faith in him and what he does and what he brings to the table each and every week. I mean, he works his butt off. And just to see him go out there and, he no matter what he says, like, he gonna put the team on his back. So I feel like he's going to go out there and he's going to make it. It's just like Kobe had that Mamba mentality. That's the same thing I think Tucker has. So he go out there, he knows what's at line on the line, and he goes out there, and I feel like he's gonna make it every time.
It seems insane to, like, be disappointed by the idea of, like, a dude missing a 67-yard field goal. But, like, Tyus, was there any part of you that's like, dude, I really believed he was gonna make that kid?
Actually, I did. I honestly did, because, like you said, it's Justin Tucker. You have the utmost confidence and respect for this guy because he goes in and day out, each and every day, hone into his craft, his details, and even in practice, if he misses a field goal or it's off a little bit, like, he's hard on himself and he knows what he needs to improve on and what he needs to do to make it better. So when I see him walk out there, especially knowing the situation, he knew that time was coming. You could just see the confidence of him walking out there, and that helps you as a player. Like, yo, I know this dude has it, because we've seen him do it before, of course. But when you have a guy like that who does it continually and is very detailed and takes pride in his craft, I mean, you have no other choice but to respect that.
When it was off the foot, like, did you think it was?
It looked good. It looked good from my view.
Reed and I absolutely thought it was good. Reed and I were sitting there like, dude, he got it.
We definitely were in the studio like, I think he made it.
Yeah.
And then they were like, he just went short. And we were like, oh. Well, we really thought he went through.
But it was tough, though, because the win, I think, did play a big part in that. So part of me was like, man, this is going to be a tough kick. But even so, I feel like he's going to make it. But it did come up short, and I was like, man, at least he tried. All you can do is try. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to miss it. Sometimes you're going to make it. And it was just one of those moments.
Most important question. And we're going to move on from Jacksonville, I promise. Then we're getting back into positive energy, like Marcus said, all right?
Yeah.
How effing distracting was that GD mascot in that American flag thong?
Honestly, I didn't even notice it.
How? How is that possible?
How did y'all not know?
I don't even know. I didn't notice it at all, honestly.
Did anybody bring it up to you afterwards? Have you seen it yet?
Mascot?
I think
Yes. He was pretty much naked. He just had on a
somebody
thong on.
said something to me about that. I forgot who it was. Somebody mentioned it. It was like, yo, that mascot was like half naked, only had on some drawers or something. I didn't see it though. I didn't see it though. So
I'm finding a picture for you right now because it was legitimately. Look at that. Look at that right there.
Oh no, I didn't see
literally
that.
how he was most of the game.
I didn't see that at all.
Do animals actually wear clothes?
By the way, the story is they told the mascot at some point during the game, you have to put something else on.
They said that.
They literally forced the mascot. Now, let's be clear. This is a suit that he's wearing with the Speedo over it. That seems a little bit unnecessary, but I'm going with that was too distracting. It was cheating. They should strike the game from the record. Give it to you guys because this is insane. Nobody should be forced to work in these conditions.
I've never even seen it.
Oh man, I was really thinking we were gonna ride with that.
Oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't see that at all. So when you just showed me that, I was like, oh,
way too much.
Yeah,
way too much.
That is a lot going on. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a lot going on.
All right, would you guys make some more noise for Tyus Bowser, Marcus Williams, please? We are live at Mother's Peninsula Grille in Arnold, a scratch kitchen. 95% of their menu is homemade. They got a huge New Year's Eve party coming up. No cover, a 3-course meal special with live music, a champagne toast. They are accepting reservations right now here at Mother's Peninsula Grille in Arnold. Speaking of positive energy, when we come back in, you got the opportunity to do something this week that was really remarkable and means something very near and dear to me. So I want to talk about a place that you went to visit this week. It's a really special thing. So we're going to do that when we come back in. This is the Tyus Bowser Show. Welcome into segment number 2 of the Tyus Bowser Show. Rita and Glenn with you. Press box on 105.7 The Fan. We are live at Mother's Peninsula Grille in Arnold. Please make some more noise for Tyus Bowser and Marcus Williams. Woo!
Y'all might as well go home then. Y'all just don't want y'all ain't happy.
This is new. You guys are fired up.
Yeah, man.
Tyus Bowser Show is a partnership with Press Box and Grade 8's memorabilia. Grade 8's Rolling with Santa Christmas Toy Drive events get underway this week. A bowling edition Saturday, hosted by Brandon Stevens. A skating edition next Tuesday with Daniel Fa'alele. Plus, still to come this month, presents with Pepe Williams. And Grade 8's, and I'm going to this, is bringing Flick from The Christmas Story to Bel Air on Christmas Eve. Find out more by going to grade8smemorabilia.com with the number 8, grade8smemorabilia.com. Tyus, you guys, a bunch of you. Marcus, did you, I don't even know if Marcus was there for this. You guys made a trip over to a place that means a lot to me this week. Can you tell me about what it was like for you to spend your day at Helping Up Mission downtown?
Yeah, man. Helping Up Mission. Our guy, Craig Singletary, our head security guy with the Ravens, pretty much had something going on up there with the coat drive, just supporting the people there by giving them coats, giving them gloves, socks, just different things to kind of help them through this winter months. And I thought it was a great thing. It was a ton of guys there. Marcus, Lamar came out. Everybody that you can kind of think of, and just to be able to do that, to be a part of that was awesome, man. Just to be able to see the smiles on their faces, just to see, people, meet the guys that they always wanted to meet, and just being able to talk and vibe with them. It was an awesome experience, so I really enjoyed it.
I was really blown away by how many dudes were a part of it. That was a really amazing thing. Marcus, you got to be a part of that as well, going out to Helping Up Mission and experiencing that.
Oh, we talking about the event we was at the other day. Oh, yeah, that was a good event. We definitely, 5,300 people in that space.
Not that one.
Oh, see, I wasn't there then. That's why I said.
All right.
I don't think he was.
I sold you out there.
I
You said Marky.
No, you went to him and you said
no. You were listing guys, and you said the tape is going to prove it. We're going to go back and listen.
Marcus Peters.
I know the one with 5,300 people was there.
Oh, there's two
Marcus Peters. My bad.
I was at the one the next day.
Miscommunication, guys.
Man, this is how we give up big plays. Miscommunication.
Are you on the other team? We can leave. This man really for the other team.
I'm sorry, man. It's been a tough few days.
You hung me out to dry there, bro.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man. You know I wouldn't do that to you.
I know you wouldn't. I know you're better than that. I know that's true.
I apologize.
The reason I bring it up, it's a really important place to me. I volunteer with them every month. It's an incredible facility. And we've been doing something this year. We're trying to help them collect. You guys brought coats. They still need toiletries and underwear. So I've been running a charity raffle. We only have a couple of spots left. If you want to hit up at Glenn-Clark on Venmo, you and Calais. Actually, you know what? Just Calais, because he screwed up your autograph on that helmet last week.
Oh, yeah.
So we had to fix that. Okay. But I'm going to have you guys sign some stuff for us. And we're running a charity raffle to benefit Helping Up Mission. $25 to get in at Glenn-Clark on Venmo. We got a couple of spots left. If you guys would consider making a donation as well, that would mean the world to us as we try to take care of the folks at Helping Up Mission. I love the fact that you guys were there.
Yeah.
It's an amazing place.
It was a great place.
All right, Marcus Williams. You came on my show after you signed in the spring, and you told me about a dude that you had connected with that I don't know that everybody knows about, and I wanted to give you another opportunity. Can you tell me about your relationship with Eric Weddle and how that came about, and maybe him being somebody that you reached out to as you were thinking about whether or not you were going to end up coming and joining the Ravens?
Eric Weddle, he's an alum of the University of Utah, so I first met him when I was in college, and I really didn't know who he was. He just came up there. I really didn't know a lot of NFL guys, but he came up to my college, and I met him. I'm like, oh, there's like, you know who that is? I'm like, no. There's like, that's Eric Weddle. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't really know.
Wait, your reaction makes it seem like after they told you, you were still like, oh, but who's that?
Yeah, I was just there to, make a name for myself. I wasn't really worried about anybody else for that in that instance. But then as time went on and, I started to grow in the football aspect, I started learning who he was and how great of a player he was, and I started watching a little bit of his film, little by little. And I mean, after I met him, after I talked to him a little more, and I seen how he played and how he worked the defense and stuff. It really allowed me to up my game a little bit to be that smarter player. And my coach was always telling me, this is how Eric Weddle studied. This is how Eric. So once he started telling me that, then I started watching him, and then I was like, oh dang, he's one of the highest paid safeties in the NFL. And then so after I actually got in touch with him, we actually talked for a little bit. And but when I was about to sign here, I mean, I didn't really have enough time to be like, hey, listen, hey, I'm about to sign. I literally got the call from Baltimore. And then he was just like, dude, you're going to love it. As soon as I started to come, he was like, dude, you're going to love it. Great organization. He said it's a great place to be. So
that's cool. So take us through then. What did matter to you when you made this? Like, you were clearly in quite the demand in free agency. You were a highly coveted player. Why did you want to be here?
It's just the history. It's the history of the Ravens. You know, they play with a certain style, a certain swag, and when you look at the Ravens over the history, you see great players who are here and make a name for themselves. And all of us come here to make a name for ourselves, but they left their legacy, and for me, I just want to come to a great organization and leave my legacy as well.
I feel like, we hear all the time, play like a Raven. That's a very popular term in this town. And so when you got signed, that was one of the things that people would say, like, this is a guy that's going to play like a Raven. And you came out immediately, on fire, getting interceptions and stuff. And everybody felt like this was your home. Forget what you had done before you got here. We know that you were with the Saints, but you played like a Raven literally from the jump. And so it did feel like this was the perfect fit for you to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I just do what I have to do, one play at a time. And, I just want to do everything I can for the team. The team is the most important thing. So for me, I wasn't worried about all that outside noise and then what anybody has to talk about or anything like that. I just come in and, do my job, watch film, and help my team make plays and get us off the field. So I was just coming here knowing that I just want to do everything I can to help us win games. So that's just my mindset.
It's cool, man. It's cool. It's the Tyus Bowser Show. We're live at Mother's Peninsula Grille. Reminder that online sports betting is live. Get $200 in free bets when you make your first $5 bet with DraftKings. Go to PressBoxOnline.com/offers to see more about DraftKings and other sports betting promos and offers. Tyus, did you, Marcus goes down, did you guys bond a little bit before you were back out on the field and he was trying to get ready? Like, you haven't even shared a snap together yet. And yet he's out here hanging out with you on a Tuesday night, really far away from home.
Yeah.
How'd that relationship come about?
I think we've had our moments in the training room where we've had the opportunity to kind of connect, talk to each other. Especially with me coming in late, he was always here, so I got the chance to kind of get to know him. I'll be playing my music in the training room, and he'll be vibing to it. So those are kind of like the little small things, the small ways that we.
Were you the official DJ of the training room?
Technically, I was, and through our trainer, Adrian, he loved my music, so he was like, you know what, hey man, as long as you in here, you have all access to be able to play your music. So I kind of took on that role because I enjoy playing some music just based off of the vibe.
I don't know this anymore. Who is the locker room DJ? Once upon a time, Terrell Suggs was famously locker.
It's been crazy because at first it was kind of me. It was me. I'll come and play music, but then we started getting other guys to bring in speakers and stuff, and then now they blasting their music. So honestly, I just let them have it because whenever they want to play their music, especially like for practice and stuff, I let them do them. And then if I'm working out, I'm doing my own thing, I just bring my own.
Who takes charge the most? Who's the one that?
Marcus Peters. I'm trying to see who else.
He's a veteran. He gets the right to do. When you've been around as long as you.
You said what?
I listen to my headphones.
Marcus be playing some different music, man, but for the most part, when I see him in there, he's normally the one hooked to the speakers.
That's who's the guy that you don't want to have be locker room DJ? Who's the guy that y'all said, nah, we're not. You go ahead and keep those speakers.
Like this year or past?
I would love if you got a story.
I'm just here for the
I want to hear it. I don't even know what Marcus just said.
Nah, but I'll probably say Big Baby.
Really?
Yeah, his music was terrible.
This is Brandon Williams we're
Brandon
talking
Williams,
about.
his stuff was terrible.
What was he playing? He was really into country, wasn't he?
I don't even know. It was just whatever mood he was in. One time he's playing hip hop music, and the next time he's playing some remix of R&B. Now he has a cover of a hip hop song with violins going. Then he wants to do pop music. Then he wants to get to dance. Then he want to go to country hip hop. I'm like, I don't even know. And this is like before practice. This is after practice.
Like, bro, what are you doing?
And I'm like, bro, you messing up the vibe, man. People trying to get ready for practice. It's training camp. We about to start hitting each other. I don't want to be hearing no cover of Rihanna to no violin before practice. I don't want to hear that.
Is that legitimately?
No, that's legit.
Just violin. Nothing
Like there was a moment where
very
he literally
Justin Tuckerish.
No.
It feels like that's something that Justin would listen to. And
Nah.
but Brandon, you're saying Brandon is
Brandon
the
Wood,
culprit?
yes.
The culprit?
He was the soul. He was the man. Respond because he had the biggest speaker out of everybody. So when his music was on, it overrides everybody else's music. Like everybody cut their stuff off because you're not gonna hear it. So you have to listen to his music, and it was just bad.
Who has the big speaker in there now?
I feel like the big speaker now is kind of for everyone.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like
it's an arms race. Everybody just went out this off season.
And then it's two speakers, so one part kind of goes out to our side and then to the other wing as well. But for the most part, you connect and the connection together. So
All
whatever
right, Marcus,
you listen to is what we listen to.
What are you listening to?
I listen to R&B.
That is what gets you fired up.
Yeah, I'm smooth. I'm Jay Holiday, Jaheim,
Okay, so
Avant.
if
You know who my favorite is?
Who?
Chris Brown.
if you are about to go out and play a game, because we've asked Tyus this before, we know Tyus likes. You're listening to Chris Brown.
Sure.
He's the one that's gonna get you fired up.
do you remember in the Michael Jordan documentary where he was like bopping, right? He had the headphones on the bus, and they found out it was Kenny Lattimore afterwards.
Yes.
You're like, what a random thing for Michael Jordan to be like jamming out to before. You're like that with R&B, like you're the same way.
Yeah, it just depends on my mood. I'm like, okay, like I'm just vibing, like I know how I'm just vibing. But I mean, I might play like one Meek Mill song before I go out, like the last song maybe. But before that, I mean, you know what you gotta play relaxed. You can't just play too tense like me. I'm gonna go out there, I'm vibing, and then you make plays and you fired up.
I mean, if it works, bro. Like,
It works for me. I mean,
yeah.
I don't like to be too rah. Like that's not me. Like, but if I get a good song, like one last song before I go out there to flip the switch. I mean, as soon as I pass the line, like all that goes out my head, and I'm just flip the switch and I'm just a different person. So it doesn't really matter to me until I get out there.
I remember when Marcus came on after he signed, I was like, are you the leader type? Are you gonna give him this speech? He's like, nah, dude. That just ain't me.
Yeah.
Like, I'll lead by example, but you're just not the type that's gonna be the one getting in there like preaching, trying to get everybody to go to church on Sunday.
Nah, I'm a lead by example type of person. I mean, I'll talk to guys on the side. I mean, give them tips, but I'm not that. That's just not who I am. I mean, I just continue to be who I am, and I mean, I can bring that out depending on the situation, but I'd rather just continue to lead by example and continue to talk to people how they want to be talked to instead of, trying to get their, like people they don't need extra motivation.
Yeah.
They should already have it to go out there. So I feel like I don't need to give it.
And it comes off as fake too, right? Like,
if it's coming from me, maybe. But nah, I'm a real person, so anything I say is real for real.
It's normally Calais, right? Like typically that's his role, isn't it? To try to get everybody fired up at this point?
I think he's embraced that role, and I feel like that is him too as well. So whenever we're getting ready to get on the field or we out on the field in the huddle, he's normally one of our main guys that's going to get us together, that's going to get us right. So, yeah.
Marcus, before we wrap this segment, this week on ESPN was Jimmy V week. As they celebrated, they showed Jim Valvano's legendary speech. And I know you were someone who was really touched by cancer a couple of years ago, and you even partnered up for a little while with Jimmy V Foundation. Can you tell us that story and how it's continued to shape you as a man and as a pro, playing for people that aren't here anymore?
Man, I mean, I've had a numerous amount of people who've lost their lives to cancer. My aunt, my cousin, my grandfather, my uncle. I've had a numerous amount of people who's lost their lives to cancer, but to see how they fought, to see how they persevered, and to see how they never gave up, it really molded me to be who I am today. And I even created my brand, the MW, marked as winners, for that, because we may face some type of adversity, we may get knocked down, but you could get knocked down 100 times, but you're gonna get back up 101 times. So even when I saw my grandfather, losing all his hair, going bald, and getting super skinny, I seen how he was still fighting. He told me, like, "Don't worry, grandson, I'll be all right." Like, he was still fighting. So for me, there's nothing in this world that could get me down, because I mean, I seen what the bottom could be like already, and I know how someone at the bottom could fight. So for me, I just know I keep that on my chest. Like, even on my chain, I put a breast cancer ribbon on there just to keep it dear to my heart.
Yo, you might not be the rah-rah guy, but you just moved me, bro. You just got me fired up. I'm ready to go run through a wall right now for you, dude. That's powerful, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for sharing that, dude. All right, make some more noise. Tyus Bowser, Marcus Williams. Pressbox 105.7, The Fan. Today's show also brought to you by Maryland Vascular Specialists. Their team of surgeons is Maryland's leaders in ethical arterial procedures. And don't forget that if you're betting online or at the casino, we know it can be fun, but there are risks involved. If you are betting, set your limit and stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. If you need help, call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org. When we come back in, it's a big week in the world of sports. I don't know if you guys, even Rita is watching soccer. Even Rita's in. I want to talk about World Cup fever when we come back in. This is the Tyus Bowser Show. Segment number 3 of the Tyus Bowser Show. Reading Glenn with you alongside. Make some noise one more time for Tyus and Marcus Williams. Live at Mother's Peninsula Grille in Arnold. Quick reminder that if betting online at the casino, man, I know it's fun, but there are risks involved. If you're betting, set your limit, stay within it. Set a budget and a time to stop. If you need help, call 1-800-GAMBLER or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org. Rita, we learned tonight that Marcus Williams could legitimately join the cast of Impractical Jokers.
No, he's hilarious.
And vastly improve the show.
Yes, you're hilarious.
Tyus, you didn't tell us this ahead of time.
Right, I didn't know.
I'm not supposed to. People are supposed to come and experience this guy, see who he is, and this is who he is, man.
Dude, Tyus, I've watched Marcus mess with no fewer than 12 people tonight that came up in a fun way, not cruel in any way.
I'm not sure if that's accurate. Am I messing with them or are they messing with me?
That's a good one.
Valid. It
That is
might
valid.
It's all
be
about
like
perspective.
it might be half and half. Some of them mess with you first, and then you mess with them.
Hey, it's all love and fear and love and war.
Did anyone walk away tonight with a Tyus Bowser autograph picture of Marcus Williams? Did you guys end up going through with any of the flip-flops?
We're not gonna do that, man. We're not gonna do that. It was just all fun and games. He played it very well.
He played it really well.
I was really trying to hold myself together, but he was holding it down. So
I got a good
it really could have worked if we really wanted it.
I know you guys like probably get all the time. Somebody stops you, who's like, I know you, but they don't know who you are.
Oh, I've had that plenty of times.
What's the one? Like, has there ever been someone who was convinced you were someone else? Like, has there ever been someone who's come up to you?
Yeah, when I had my mohawk at the time, people thought I was PQ.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, "Bro, Patrick Queen." I was like, "Yeah, I am Patrick
Okay,
Queen."
that's what I want to know. Did you ever go through with it? Did you ever?
I did go through with it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think I got something out of it. I think I was able to like get into like a bar or something like that, and it was like, "Yo, you Patrick Queen?" I was like, "Yeah, I am, man. Yeah, how you know?"
I was going to ask that. I was going to say, do you, if someone says that they recognize you, right, and you're somewhere, do you say, yeah, even if it's not true, and then just get some free stuff up from
I do, because it's also been a moment, and I don't know how, but they was like, "Bro, are you Lamar Jackson?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm Lamar Jackson."
Yep,
He's like,
yep.
"Bro, can I get a picture?" But this wasn't like in Baltimore. This was like outside.
Okay.
Because I had on my Raven stuff, and it was like, "Yo, you Lamar?" I was like, Yeah, I'm Lamar. Yeah.
Marcus?
Oh, I mean, when I get recognized outside, I just say I'm not me. I'm just like, they're like, "Are you Marcus?" I'm like, "Marcus Williams." No, I'm Jock.
You Jock?
No, you are him. I'm like, "No, I'm not." They're like, "This is your picture right here." I'm like, "Well, that's not me. That's my brother."
I work as an accountant.
You got one brother, huh?
I got 3 older brothers.
Oh
We can all look alike.
Oh
so
my gosh.
at that point, I'm like, "No, it's not me. I'm an artist."
You can start telling people you're Tyus Bowser now.
They're not gonna believe me.
I know. You say that. A couple folks tonight were ready to
what I'm
release.
saying.
For real, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you know what? But let me not. Let's just go to the next. Go to the next.
Oh man. All right.
That's just life.
That's just life.
Let's just
We've
go to the next.
World Cup fever has hit this country. U.S. is going to play the Netherlands now in the knockout round. Rita is watching soccer. Rita was tweeting about
I bet she
the
was.
Iran game.
She always sweet.
I know.
She always sweet.
I know.
You live on that. You live on
You
that.
can unfollow me. It's okay. I
No,
understand.
I'm not, because you be having some interesting stuff. I'll be liking to listen to what you got to say.
Okay, cool.
And also the replies. I'll be like, what are people going to say about this?
I mean, I've decided. I know this is off topic, Glenn. I'm sorry.
We can get back.
But I've
It's cool.
decided that I'm not gonna really get into talking about football like I used to, because I understand that everybody watches football differently. And I'm a woman.
Differently in what way?
Because I don't process.
Just say it. People
I
are
don't
stupid.
process
Just say it. Say it.
I
People
do
are
want to say
stupid.
that, but
Say
you
it.
said it for me, so thank you. I don't watch it from a way of emotion. I watch it from a way of scheme.
Wait a second.
Yes, baby, I'm smart. You better ask about me, Mr. Marcus Williams. Okay, so I know ball, so I watch it that way. So when we'll be talking about the game, and everybody's in their feelings about what's going on, and I'm like, no, this is what happened. And so because I'm a woman, I feel like people kind of come at me when they don't agree with me. And so, luckily for me, my boyfriend, who's really good at watching football, he'll come in and he'll play about me.
Yeah,
that's
right.
one thing he's not gonna do is play about me. And then they stand down. But he's basically saying the exact same thing that I'm saying. But because it comes from him, it's
a little
better.
different. Of course.
Yeah, it's different.
Of course.
So
I think that's just a
I decided
stereotype.
that I'm just gonna let everybody be in their feelings, and we can just talk about it the next day. Because you don't want to hear nothing that I gotta say. Because every time I say something, then I'm getting in, my mentions is a mess, and
them babies do be a mess. Though.
My mentions
And
be a mess. They got on me about
how you look at your phone sometimes.
They got on me about the Lamar thing that I asked about. I got killed about that.
Yeah,
so sorry that this is about me for a second, but that's
it's
kind of how
good.
that
Like,
went.
I like getting on Twitter, and then I see that I'm like, I've been needing some controversy. I'll be needing some drama in my life. Cause I
got all the drama, baby. Just come to my page.
Yes, you do. That's why I love being on there.
Wait, we'll come back to the World Cup because Twitter was a big topic this week. Obviously, Lamar had enough, right? Like he had heard enough, and he decided he wanted to say something about it.
Yes.
Why are you bowing out of this one?
No. I don't want to ask about that.
in it.
I don't. I want to. Is it ever difficult for you guys when you hear people? Like do you ever find yourself saying like, yo, I would really like to get in and set this person in their place?
I mean, I'm not even that dude to be able to just be relevant to even do that. But
You're very relevant.
But I mean, I do see it. And part of me wants to.
That's right.
Part of me wants to, but then I'm like, this is not my place. Because I do mind my business. The business that pays me. Whatever it is, I pay it very much so. So I just try to stay out of it. But I do see it though. I do see it.
Marcus, you're not really a fan of. Are you a fan of social media? Do you engage?
I'm not really on Twitter like that. I post
Good.
on Instagram. My Twitter, I just post me gaming or whatever brand I'm promoting or something like that. But I don't get it big into that. People talk a whole lot of stuff that they don't know about.
Yep.
So I just stay out of it because sometimes you want to react and you're like, is it even worth it? I mean, silence is sometimes more powerful than saying anything to me. So
Do you ever have even before you were Marcus Williams, before you were Tyus Bowser, like
I've always been Marcus Williams.
Okay, thank you. You're right about. I mean, like before you had been a pro and you were getting paid. Did you ever have a moment where you were like, "Yo, I'm just gonna unload. Like, I'm just gonna go after this dude"?
I think it depends on the situation. Like with the Tua situation, I felt like that was a place for me to be able to express myself and show like my actual true feelings about that situation. But if it's about somebody saying that I suck and then they're saying that I'm playing bad, it's like, does this guy really even know about football?
Right.
Like, what is this guy life like? I'm pretty sure he's having a hard time with his wife and, he's struggling to pay the bills. I'm like, I'm not worried about that. I'm not about to reply to somebody that's not relevant.
That's what I was. People are stupid. That's what we're talking about.
You can't say that word now. This is a very sensitive word.
We're not allowed to say
It's a very sensitive world. You can't say that.
What are we supposed to say then? I'm learning new things all the time, man.
Hey, I'm learning new stuff too, but you can't say the word stupid because you will get blamed for it.
Whoa.
Not bright.
Not bright. That's it.
Okay, all right. I'll roll with
That might not even work.
I need
Use
to-
synonyms for
Do I
one
need
word
to-
that we just want to say.
Do I need to preemptively apologize to somebody for saying
You
stupid? Do I
probably
need
let's just apologize.
Yeah, just apologize. Yeah, just
I'm Glenn Clark. I want to offer an apology for everything I said tonight and anything I might say in the future. Does that cover me? Are we good now?
maybe.
I mean, hey,
Tyus Bowser Show is also brought to you by the Ginsu Kamado Grill. Reserve your Ginsu Kamado Grill, the perfect ceramic tailgate or home grill for searing, grilling, baking, and smoking all kinds of food. Get $100 off on your pre-order by using the promo code TAILGATE. So, soccer, the World Cup.
Yeah.
You in? Are you feeling it?
Oh, I'm all the way in. Pause.
On Saturday, will you be?
Somebody's out.
I mean, I was just watching it earlier today before I left the facility. The USA and a run game. I think I seen it with like 68 minutes in.
Wow. Yo,
So like I was really going through it. Like I lost probably like 1 or 2 years off my life.
really, dude, it
Yeah.
was a dramatic and that.
Yeah, that
If
game
you
was
didn't
crazy.
watch the game today, the last 20 minutes were
Crazy.
Look, I don't even know what's going on for real. Like for real. I mean, I have a general understanding of it, but even I was like, I don't know what's going on, but it feels real hectic and it feels very like I'm anxiety ridden. I don't
Did you
know
know
what's
like the
going on.
situation of the match?
Yeah, I mean, like I have a general understanding of it, but
Yeah.
so I understood what was going on, but because I don't watch it enough, it was like, oh my God! So are they in a position where they could possibly score? Is this going to end in a tie?
yeah.
And and so I was like, this is a mess. Then the guy was like, he wanted a foul called on him, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God! I was like, I think I know what's going on. It just feels like it's too much going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on, but
Did you ever play soccer, Tyus?
yeah, I played
thought you
soccer.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I played soccer. Probably was like 7 or 8. I played for like 2 years, and I enjoyed it. Like I grew up a huge Wayne Rooney, Manchester United fan, and kind of just followed it from there. And I mean, I watch all the big name players now.
That's
I watch
cool,
the
man.
World Cup, so I've always been a fan of soccer.
Now let's turn it over to our real soccer correspondent, Marcus Williams.
Marcus over here talking about this guy.
I can't wait to go to my first men's soccer game. You know what's crazy? I've actually been to a couple women's soccer games.
Really?
And those are they're really exciting. San Diego Wave, and that's
That's cool.
that's exciting.
That's
But I mean,
cool.
I haven't really watched this. I'd rather go watch in person. But as far as what y'all are talking about, I can't even chime in.
Okay,
Y'all
so
got
if
it.
you go to a soccer match, do you have an understanding like of what's going? Like, do you know?
Sure, yeah,
Okay.
I know what's going on.
Okay.
I got a little sister who actually plays soccer. She's gonna be a beast when she goes
Really?
to college, and she's gonna go to the pros. No
That's dope.
doubt about that. So.
That's dope, man. That's really cool. All right, I saw something on your Instagram I want to ask you about.
No, we are not talking about my Instagram.
Are you a cranberry sauce guy?
Oh yeah, I love Ocean Spray. Hashtag ad. Hashtag jiggle jiggle wiggle wiggle. Sponsor me. Where's the screen? Put it out there.
Y'all need to go to Marcus Williams' Instagram.
If y'all don't put cranberry sauce on your, you know what I'm saying? If they don't put it on their dressing, then what is?
That is true.
Okay, so
I'm with you on that.
I
I don't
said
want it.
when y'all go jiggle and you go wiggle wiggle and put that cranberry sauce on the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it.
I like cranberries in my stuffing. I don't want the sauce.
I like this. I mean, that's all we could afford. So
I'm
that's all.
more cranberry relish
Yeah.
than I am
However you
cranberry
put
sauce.
it, get you some Ocean Spray.
I can't get enough of him looking at the camera. I can't get enough of it. I need more of it in my life.
Marcus needs his own show.
Oh
This
my
man is
God.
crazy.
This is not my show.
This is the Tyus Bowser Show.
Exactly.
But Marcus needs to have the
No.
Marcus Williams show. You're crazy.
Who's Tyus? Who's leading the team in high knees this week? Getting ready for the Broncos. Who's in charge of high knees for the week? Justin said it was Lamar on the plane a couple weeks ago. You guys got to make sure you got your high knees in because it's Broncos
You
week,
talking about
right?
Russell Wilson on
Yeah.
the plane.
Yeah, right.
You said-
Doing high
Remember
knees on the way.
Russell-
He was doing high knees on the plane.
Oh,
Well, we didn't see that.
no, I don't know. I can't even answer that for you. I have no idea.
So Broncos week.
Oh,
Yeah,
with, Russell Wilson.
that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned that. Honestly, it might be Lamar. I'll give it to Lamar. He might lead us in high knees. If I get a sack, I might lead it. Who knows?
We saw somebody have some fun with Russ's celebration on Sunday. I don't even remember who it was. They played the Panthers. We saw somebody have some fun
For real?
with it afterwards.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
I mean,
I might get some tips and ideas.
So if
for
you
the
get a
upcoming-
sack, I feel like you should do some high knees
dude, I would love
as your
that.
celebration.
I would
I
love
might do that.
Might-
I might just do that.
I like that. I mean, you at home, right? We ain't gonna do
Exactly.
nothing but cheer you on when you do that.
You're right. I think I might do that. You know what? I like you. I like you.
What is your celebration when you get a sack?
You'll see it on Sunday.
What about the strip sack that you had?
You can go on Instagram. You can go on the Ravens page. You can go on Twitter. You can
How
go
about you show us on your show live today?
There it is, right there. There it is, right there. You'll see more of it too.
I think we're good here. I think we've done everything we need to do for this one. Would y'all please make some more noise for Tyus Bowser and Marcus Williams?
Whoever was yelling, we like her.
My girl over there.
Marcus, I want to give a shout out to your brand. What can we plug for you, man?
Marked as winners. MARKED as AS winners. WINNERS.com. You can go get any merchandise you want, hats. I have shirts, whatever, and then I got stuff coming out soon. So if you guys want to go and support, it's on the site.
Awesome. Thank you for coming out and hanging out with us tonight, man. This was fun as hell. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for doing this. Tyus, love you, bro.
Yes,
Appreciate you. 2 weeks, we will be at the Hamilton Sports Bar and Grill. We're headed back. Looking forward to being back there. Please, after a couple of victories, please,
Yes.
after a couple of wins. At the NFL Chick, Gridiron Gals for Rita, of course, and she'll be with me on Sunday. You're hanging out Sunday?
Yeah, we'll be doing post game.
Excellent.
105.7.
The Baltimore Game Day Uncensored post game show on 105.7 The Fan. Don't forget PressBoxOnline.com/offers. Great offers for sports betting. Up to $200 in free bets, and you make your first $5 bet with DraftKings. PressBoxOnline.com/offers. Thanks to Great 8's Memorabilia. Again, Great8'sMemorabilia.com. Rolling with Santa gets underway this weekend. Thanks to everybody for coming and joining us. Thanks to Mother's Peninsula Grille and Arnold. Big shout out for having us. For Rita, for Tyus, for Marcus, I'm Glenn. This has been the Tyus Bowser Show.